So you said agree for Trump is an obvious racist.
Absolutely.
What's an obviously racist thing he's done or said?
Making women second-class citizens by taking their rights away.
So we should like segregate them.
Yes.
Okay.
White people.
White people should be segregated out of public life.
Yes. Yeah.
If we segregated white people from public life, you want that?
Yes, I want that.
Okay.
Yes.
But it wouldn't be a positive thing?
No. Sometimes we want bad things.
Would you say we're kind of living in a modern day Holocaust with Trump?
Oh, absolutely. He's trying to be an authoritarian. Look how the way he's bullying the world with his tariffs.
You agree that men can get pregnant?
Yes. As far as men, biological men, no. But if they are transgender, yes. Obviously, biologically, they are male. But no, actually, no, they can't. Never mind. I just
you can't defend it, can you?
No, I just actually caught me there.
Was that you? You came back?
Just asking what you're here for.
Oh, I'm filming today. Are you the one from the protest with the big hat? Was that you?
What you were here for?
Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go!
That's her. She's from the protest. You had a lot of fun with me, right?
Just wondering what you're here for.
I'm filming.
Cool.
Yeah, I was told I was actually at that protest. Someone told me that I was banned from here, so we're here to prove. Hi everybody, you can go to patreon.com/KAITLIN Bennett if you want to support my work. Have a lot of fun coming out here to places I'm supposedly banned from, but I'm not. We're doing a fun video today where we're asking people if they can agree or disagree. Do you agree that Trump is an obvious racist?
I mean, yeah, I do, but
Fine, go home, Caitlin. Nobody wants. Yeah, well, I'm not going home. Sorry. Haven't you guys learned that yet? You can't bully me into leaving where I want to be.
You don't want to hear my...
Yes, I do.
No,
yes, I do.
No,
That's why I'm here. I wouldn't be here if I didn't want to. Pop off the red cap, and then all you can do is write A or D for agree or disagree. You can't do like a nuance take. It has to be, hi, she's still filming me. Go. You want to stay around for my interviews?
we both were looking at these pins. I'm like,
Don't give her the energy she wants, guys!
There you go, sweetheart.
All right, so you voted for Donald Trump.
I'm not going to say who I voted for, but I know that we're way better than if this happened, because we had this guy in the White House that went like this. He didn't even know what day it was. Didn't even know when his son died. He didn't
Yeah,
even
that
know,
was sad, yeah.
He didn't even know he lost the election, but he was like this. And he kept falling down. It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not embarrassed. Did you see the horses coming by and he's going in front of the whole world, leading the whole world? Oh my God. It's amazing.
It was a mess, right? It was a mess. Perfect. All right, I appreciate it.
Fight.
That's why you're wearing that shirt.
That's right.
That's right. Go ahead and take the... So he said he did not vote for Trump, and that's why he's wearing that shirt, because he does not understand stupid people. Trump is a stupid people, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. All right, take the red cap off there.
Okay.
And then you're going to write if you agree or disagree with these statements. So A for agree, D for disagree. That's the video today.
I can't wait until we find out what this spells.
Okay. Oh, no. That would be funny, though. All right, Trump is an obvious racist. Agree?
Agree.
Agree. Men can get pregnant.
If we could, we'd be absolutely rich. Disagree.
Disagree. Okay, illegal immigrants deserve deportation.
Not
No, so disagree.
correct.
We would be better off had Kamala won.
Absolutely.
Oh, you're wearing a Kamala Harris bracelet.
Just to remind people of
Yeah.
what they didn't vote
Yeah,
for.
that's very brave. So
Yes.
agree.
Yes.
Agree. Yeah, agree.
Oops.
We know what you mean.
Yeah.
Perfect. White people harm America.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh man, that's a toughie.
I'm going to have to do this. Agree, disagree, because not all people are bad.
Yeah, not all people of a certain race are bad. You can't lump them all together, right?
Well, you can't lump anybody together. Just
course.
like I've told people, unless you're an indigenous person, you're an immigrant.
Yeah.
Even Jesus was an immigrant.
And then A for agree. Yes, okay, that works too.
That's silly. Men can get pregnant.
Yeah, do you think men can get pregnant? No? Okay. Yes. Okay.
If they're illegal.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
I don't know. That's silly. I'm not going to answer that.
Well, that's the point, is that you can't have a nuanced take. It's either yes or no.
Some do and some don't.
Yeah, some do, but in general, do you think white people? No. Okay. All right. So you said Trump is an
No.
Oh, that's just a.
Some
Okay.
do, some don't.
How is Trump an obvious racist?
He is definitely a racist.
Okay. What's one example of his racism? Okay. All right. Do you guys agree with his answers?
No.
No.
Definitely not.
No. All right. Do you think Trump is an obvious racist?
Absolutely not.
No. All right. Why do you think that he wrote yes? I know he wouldn't explain himself. They never really do.
The explanation is because Democrats suffer from mental illness. They're delusional, and they just make up their own facts.
All right, Groot. Do you think Trump is an obvious racist?
I have no input.
I mean, yeah, I'll go for it.
Yes.
Let's just go ahead and dive in. Fuck
no
it.
input.
Well, it's
on
our
any of these.
okay. Here, I'll help you out here.
I'll
Teamwork.
just go ahead and
Sure.
do that. A
Agree.
is yes, A is agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men can get pregnant.
A is agree.
Okay.
What's the opposite letter?
D, disagree.
D, disagree.
We would be better off had Kamala won.
I'm gonna disagree with that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, agree.
All right,
Everybody
perfect.
harms America.
Everyone harms America?
Yes.
Yeah. How specifically do white people harm America?
It's just based on how history has been for a while, and then the fact that white people can't enjoy beaches, and that really messes with how America is.
Okay.
So it leaves it for only minorities to be on beaches.
Okay. Go on. How can white people not enjoy beaches?
Because the sun is dangerous for their skin.
Yeah. That's true. I guess the sunscreen industry is really booming in this country then, right?
Surprisingly, it's not, because white people also believe sunscreen is dangerous for their skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a real catch-22.
Yeah. So, like, if you could tell the white people watching right now, what would you tell them about skincare and the dangers of the sun?
Stay inside and stay away from minorities.
Okay. All right. So we should segregate them.
Yes,
Okay.
white people.
White people should be segregated out of public life.
Yes. Yeah.
100%.
I'm
Yeah.
Jewish.
What do you think would happen if we actually implemented something like that?
Oh, I think it would be exactly what it was pre-1968.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So it would be like a net positive.
Oh, no. It's not a net positive. No.
If we segregated white people from public life, you want that?
Yes, I want that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be a positive thing?
No. Sometimes we
Okay.
want bad things.
Sometimes we want bad things.
Yeah.
Okay, how would that be bad for the white people?
Oh, I don't really care about how it would be bad for white people. I'm
Okay.
just having some fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. Okay, so you think men can get pregnant?
Yeah.
Okay. Explain that.
Man is not a biological thing. It's a sex thing. So it's like a label put on people.
Okay. What is a man?
That's a great question. I don't really know.
Well, you agreed that they can get pregnant, so what is a man?
It depends on the person who is deciding if they're a man or not.
How do we know? Like, if they were deciding that, what information would they have to help make a decision?
Their lived experience.
Okay. What is the lived experience of a man?
That's a question that you have to ask someone who has their lived experience, because you have your lived experience, I have my lived experience.
Are you a man?
Yeah, I'm a man.
Okay. How can you get pregnant?
How can I get pregnant? Oh, I won't be able to. I'm not a man who can get pregnant, but there are men who can get pregnant.
I disagree.
Okay.
No, that's not true.
Disagree. It got messed up, but illegal immigrants deserve deportation.
I would agree. We would be better off. Very much disagree. Everyone matters.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. Are you wearing sunscreen today?
I am a little bit, yes.
Oh, okay. There's a man who is really concerned about white people in public because they don't wear sunscreen, but I think most white people probably wear sunscreen.
Yeah, I think we should.
In Florida.
Yeah, I'm an esthetician, so we gotta protect the skin.
Absolutely. Okay. Do you think we would have been worse off with Kamala had she won?
It's really hard to say, but I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I didn't really I couldn't trust her.
Trump is an obvious racist. Agree. Yes. Men can get pregnant. Agree. Illegal immigrants deserve deportation. Disagree. We would be better off had Kamala won.
Yes.
Agree. White people harm America.
I think everyone does, actually.
Everyone does, but specifically white people.
Yes. Well, they are people, so
Right.
technically, yeah.
Right. So if that said black people harm America, would you have said agree as well?
Yes. Because they're people.
Okay. All right. So it's not, because the question is like racially motivated.
Right.
Would you say generally white people, for being white, harm America?
Yes.
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 In what?
Generally speaking.
Okay. In what ways?
They haven't grew up. They haven't learned the true history of things that has happened to not only black people but other races and nationalities too, and they still have their superiority.
His ability to conduct business because he's trying to conduct.
This is Julie
I'm
Townsend.
asking for
She's
you
the
to interview with
executive
her.
director,
If you could just do it on the
and she
sideline.
says she's going to follow me and disrupt me from talking to people
I'm just
freely.
gonna disrupt you
Okay,
when
we'll
you were
move.
standing
We'll
in
move
front
over
of a
here because
vendor
I'm
who's
talking
trying
to
to
a
conduct
woman
business.
that's trying to tell
Paid
me
to be
about the
here.
harm that white people have caused this country.
Is why this last answer is yes.
Because of her.
Yes.
Trump is an obvious racist.
Disagree.
Disagree? Okay. Men can get pregnant.
No comment.
You can't take a nuanced stance.
no,
Agree
okay,
or disagree?
Agree.
You agree that men can get pregnant. Okay. Illegal immigrants deserve deportation.
Agree.
Okay. Agree. We would be better off had Kamala won.
Disagree.
Disagree. Okay. White people harm America.
Disagree.
Disagree. Okay. So you said you agree that men can get pregnant.
Yes. As far as men, biological men, no. But if they are transgender, yes. Obviously, biologically they are male, but they actually no, they can't. Never mind. I just
you can't defend it, can you?
No, I just actually caught me there. I can't. So I guess I'm gonna have to change my answer to disagree on that.
Yeah.
Men can't get pregnant. I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
there is no. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah,
So
no,
yeah, caught me there. Actually, got me in a circle.
Okay,
I've
that's
never had
great.
a conversation where I've had to talk it out. I wouldn't have had to like this, and this. So
I
thank
think
you.
you've actually shed a lot of light on people who would defend that statement that men can get
quick, yeah.
pregnant, and I don't think they've ever actually like had to talk it out and explain it.
No. And
Wow.
thank you for that.
Yeah,
Thank you, 'cause
but you're
I
welcome.
totally
Well,
switched my views.
yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you for not getting defensive and whatever. So that's awesome. So white men getting pregnant, how do you feel about those people? They should stay inside.
About white men,
Yeah.
I don't understand the question. Is that a full question?
Yeah, so you said that white people harm America. We should segregate them from public life, everything like that. You don't care if it's bad for them.
Yeah.
But what if a white man is pregnant because you think men can become pregnant? Should we care about them?
So the issue is white audacity.
Okay.
And it's the fact that a lot of people assume that they have a position that is greater than someone else based upon the color of their skin.
You think generally, like, white people as a whole feel that way?
I think right now I have very strong evidence that there are a lot of white people who have the audacity.
There is a Black Power March happening this weekend in New York City. Would you say that that same sentiment is applying to that group who's marching for Black Power?
No, because that's not white audacity, that's black power.
Okay.
So I
is it
wouldn't
Black
say that
audacity?
Yeah, it's black audacity.
And that's good.
It's very different than white audacity.
How is it different?
Black audacity was born from oppression. White audacity was born from oppressing.
Okay. All right. I appreciate your take on that. So you said agree for Trump is an obvious racist.
Absolutely.
What's an obviously racist thing he's done or said?
Making women second-class citizens by taking their rights away.
Okay.
Lack of due process for anybody in the country.
Okay.
You know, wanting to take away birthright citizenship. Look at the poor dreamer girl that got arrested just a few days ago.
Mhm.
You know, she didn't ask to come here.
Right.
Her parents brought her here. It's not her fault. I'm sure she's trying. Just like some of the people that are trying and go to their naturalization classes and get arrested and deported.
Right. So you think that policy is based out of racism?
Oh, absolutely. If you're not what the current administration deems to be acceptable, you're gone. It's almost about like back to Nazi Germany
Mm-hmm.
and the Jews. It's like, you know, people should have learned then, but
Would you say we're kind of living in a modern day Holocaust with Trump?
Oh, absolutely. He's trying to be an authoritarian. Look how the way he's bullying the world with his tariffs and you know, making people turn against other people.
Right.
You know, if you're a true religious person that believes in the Trinity, okay, you don't treat people like that.
Right.
You treat people the way you want to be treated.
Absolutely.
You know, you pick up the poor. You know, you help the, you know, people who are worse off than we are.
Trump is an obvious racist. Agree. Men can get pregnant. Disagree. Illegal immigrants deserve deportation. Disagree. We would have been better off had Kamala won. Agree. Agree. Okay. As a white person, why do you agree that white people harm America?
Well, not all white people.
Right.
But I think collectively we should stand up for each other.
Okay, for other white people?
No, for all people.
For all people?
Yeah.
Do you think white people aren't doing such a good job at that?
I just think we could do better. That some people are, but a lot collectively we can't just look out for people of a certain color.
Right, right. Yeah. What should, if you could speak to our audience, what would you suggest fellow white people to do more of?
Look out for your neighbors. Vote for your neighbors. Lift your people up. Protect people in your community. Worry about people who need funding for food and access to health care, and not just vote against something because you already have it.
Do you think primarily black and brown people are the ones having trouble accessing food and health care? And
they're one of the groups that are having trouble.
If your family was watching this right now, what examples would you give them why you would support them being segregated from public life?
They just don't need to be outside to protect them from sun. I know my grandmother had a lot of medical things that she had to do for cancer issues on the skin, so it's to protect them.
It's to protect them,
Absolutely.
right, right. Because you really care about white people and skin cancer.
100%.
Yeah, you're just you are just a very caring person.
Super deep down inside.
Not racist.
No, not at all.
Not at all, yeah.
No,
I agree, yeah.
Yeah, it's not racist at all.
No, not at all. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Trump is an obvious racist. Agree or disagree?
Disagree.
Disagree. All right, did you vote for him?
No.
No? Okay. Men can get pregnant.
Disagree.
Disagree. Okay. Illegal immigrants deserve deportation.
Disagree.
Disagree. Okay, my handwriting is going to get worse. We would have been better off had Kamala won.
Disagree.
Disagree. White people harm America. Can't be nuanced.
Disagree.
Disagree. Okay, so you're the first person, or I think the second person to disagree with everything on here, but you said you didn't vote for Trump.
No, I voted for RFK.
Okay, all right.
It's like a protest vote.
It was like a protest vote. Okay, what do you think about the job he's doing right now?
It's hard to say. It's a difficult time.
You said Trump is an obvious racist. What's one obviously racist thing he's done or said?
Going back how long?
Oh, it doesn't matter. He's like 70-something. You got 70 years of proof to give me.
Start with his obvious distaste for women, people of color, lots of things he's done or said.
Okay. Can you give me one example?
Yeah, like look at the Central Park kids. Like he took out an ad in the papers so that he could vilify people who he had no business even discussing. So
okay.
I just think there's a million things.
Are there any more modern examples?
Yeah, the fact that he wants to use like the N-word as nuclear war, that's like one.
That's racist?
Yeah, he's minimizing things.
What does nuclear start with?
NN. But
so it is an N-word.
Contextually, it is an N-word, right. But it's not the N-word.
Right. Okay, did you vote for Trump?
Well, this year, unfortunately, I had a lot going on, and I will be honest, I did not get a chance to vote, so I can't have much to say in the matter.
Yeah.
But if I would have voted for Trump. 100%.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you think of the job he's done so far?
I think it's great. I mean, as far as illegal immigrants, they're not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Come in the right way, do the right thing. I mean, I was born in Germany. I had the blessing to be able to come over here, do the citizenship, get the job done. Unfortunately, I had my parents. They did most of the work. But I did it the right way, and so I think everybody.
Your parents were responsible.
Yeah, and I think everybody needs to do it the correct way.
Absolutely.
So that's the key.
All right. Are there any hot take political opinions on this board that you want to tell the camera? Or, I'm sorry, that are not on this board. Like, do you have any controversial political opinions?
Not necessarily. I think everybody just kind of needs to be nice to each other. I feel like the world would be such a better place if we didn't bring politics into it for every conversation on the street. But sometimes there are like this right here I needed to be educated on this. Men can't get pregnant.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes you need to have conversations like this. So pick and choose when you need to have those conversations. Because it's not always the right moment. Read the room. Read the room. So nothing political, just kind of advice. Read the room on things, or else it can get messy, and you can get ruined friendships.
Yeah, it's funny. All right, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. You were so fun.
Disagree.
Disagree. All right. I said he looks like Steve Irwin's son, Robert. All right, is your name Robert?
It's William now.
It's William now?
No, it's William.
Oh, okay. It used to be Robert.
No.
You're Robert Irwin, right? Yeah. Okay, Rob. Okay, let's keep going. Men can get pregnant. Agree or disagree?
Ooh, that's a toughie. But I'm gonna say disagree.
Disagree. That one is tough, right? Yeah. Illegal immigrants deserve deportation.
Might be a controversial take, but
Oh, we got 3 for 3 here. We would have been better off had Kamala won.
you know, it was a pretty tough race, so it was pretty hard to find out.
That was a hard choice,
It
right?
was a very hard choice.
Very hard.
Very
White
hard.
people harm America. Wow, you got all of them right.
I did?
Yes.
No way.
You got all of them right. All right. I've asked people who said yes, Trump is an obvious racist for proof, and they can't give it to me.
I really cannot think of anything he said that's racist.
Right, right. Because you call him out for that, right?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Of course. Okay, and illegal immigrants deserve deportation. Why'd you say disagree? Oh, wait, you said disagree?
Wait, deserve deportation?
Yes.
I'm gonna.
How did I know that he put it wrong, right? I just knew.
We're gonna switch that right up.
Okay, all right. Now you have them all right.
Now I have them all right.
How did I know that you? Okay. Why do they deserve deportation?
Because they don't pay taxes, and a lot of the illegal immigrants that come in here are criminals and causing a lot of crime. So get them out.
They didn't go through the due process to come in, right?
They did not.
Yeah, so I think that's only fair. So you said you agree that we would be better off had Kamala won. What's one of her policies that she had on the campaign trail that you wish could be implemented today that we would be better off with?
Tax the rich. I don't care how much money you make, pay your fair share.
Trump actually said a couple weeks ago that he actually agrees with taxing the rich more to help the poor and middle class. So that's actually more of a Democrat stance, and he said that he agrees with that.
I personally think that's just a smokescreen to get people talking about.
In that big, beautiful bill of his, then I would think differently. But since it was, then if he said it, it's not part of what he wants.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's another one of those misdirection type things.
We would have been better off had Kamala won.
Yeah.
What one of her policies did she have on the campaign trail that you think we would be better off now had she won and implemented?
For one, I think many of her approaches to healthcare and worrying about access to healthcare is going to be a big one.
Yeah.
Trump focuses a lot on funding, or defunding, and yet budget-wise, so far, he's still planning to spend exorbitant amounts of money on things that Kamala wasn't. I mean, you can disagree and agree on lots of ways that funding is spent,
Right.
but
what are some things that he wants to fund that Kamala wouldn't?
I don't really know about the fund part in terms of, I mean, he wants to fund, like right now he's funding a lot of border constrictions and deportations. That's the big one.
Okay. Kamala did say that they needed to pass a bill in order for the border to be taken care of, and she was really, really adamant that there was a problem at the border.
Yeah, and it's not about disagreeing that we have border problems. It's just more about the way it's handled and humanely handled.
Of course. I appreciate your time. Thank you. Trump is an obvious racist.
Agree.
Agree. Okay. Men can get pregnant.
Disagree.
Disagree?
Disagree.
Okay. Illegal immigrants deserve deportation.
Disagree.
Disagree. We would be better off had Kamala won.
Agree.
Okay.
A woman in power.
Okay. White people harm America. No nuance.
Crap. Dang. Maybe agree. I'm like on the fence still, but
That's the one that everyone's like, well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so Trump is an obvious racist. Can you give me any proof for his obvious racist remarks or actions or behaviors?
I mean, if you look at him, like he just screams like, "I'm gonna." But it's weird because his wife is an immigrant and he's trying to get immigrants to like be deported. So it's kind of like a weird thing.
Well, he wants illegal immigrants to
Yeah.
be deported, right? And would you say that qualifies as a racist sentiment?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm on the fence still.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. And then men can get pregnant, you said no.
No.
Okay. Explain, why do you say men cannot get pregnant?
I mean, we don't have a uterus or anything, so obviously we can't get pregnant, but we do have the parts to help in the process. We just aren't like the actual one to carry.
Okay,
So
yes. I think part of what has been drawing people away from the Democrat Party is this, they're embracing this really, I would say, crazy ideology about transgenderism and men getting pregnant, women turning into men. What is your stance on that? Because you just disagreed with a very big part of the Democrat Party.
I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't even know.
You're like, I don't really get into this stuff.
I stay far away from like certain things, and I mean, I have my views, but like I stay very one side, like kind of in the middle from both of them.
Last question I'll ask you.
Yeah.
You said agree that we would be better off if Kamala had won, and you mentioned because she's a woman in power. What do you think would be different right now with her in the presidency?
I mean, I think that we would have been better off with the woman if we take Mexico as an example. They just had a first female president, and she's kicking it in the butt. So I think sometimes it's better if we have a woman who knows more, not more, but like has that more like side, like Mother Nature side, and like she
doesn't have any children.
Well, she has her stepchildren, but still, she had like I think she would have been better.
Okay.
So yeah.
How would it be different, you think? Do you think anything would be starkly different?
I mean, I don't think we would have many people like the tariffs as much that people we're starting to see. So it just depends on that. And I don't think she would make enemies in her first 30 days of office right away. But who am I?
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. I don't think a ton of people would be getting deported either. Yeah, I agree with that. Thank you for your time.
Of course.
I really appreciate you.
Of course, anytime.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.